Anna, Bob and Carl share some sweets in a ratio 2 to 5 to 4. Okay, so any ratio question I would always do some sort of table. Anna, Bob and Carl. And I'd normally put in the total. You don't always need it, but I'm going to put it in. So Anna has 2 for every 5 that Bob has and for every 4 that Carl has. So if they had 2, add 5, add 4 is 11. So for every 11 sweets, Anna gets 2, Bob gets 5, Carl gets 4. We know there's 88 in total. So how many lots of 11 is 88? 88 divided by 11, hopefully you can see, is 8 times bigger. So we know that rather than 2, she gets 2 times 8, which is 16. 5 times 8 is 40. 4 times 8 is 32. And just to check, these do add up to 88. Now the question says if there are 88 in total, how many does Bob get? Well, Bob will get 40. What percentage of the sweets does Anna get? Anna gets 2 out of every 11. Or it doesn't make a difference, or we could do 16 out of 88. Makes no difference. But because we want the percentage, we're going to have to multiply that by 100. We're going to multiply that by 100. And if on the calculator, 2 over 11 times 100, we get 18.2% to one decimal place. So she gets 18.2%. Let's go back again. Alright, so we've got a different scenario now, so just get rid of this. Just clear these numbers out. Same table, different question. We're now told if Bob gets 36 sweets more than Anna. So we're interested in the gap between Bob and Anna. Now at the moment the gap is 3. And we want the gap to be 36. So how many times bigger is the gap? It was 3, it's now 36. So 36 over 3 is 12. So if I multiply each of the numbers by 12, I'll get a gap of 36. 12 twos are 24. 12 fives are 60. So I can see I've got the correct gap now. 12 fours are 48. And 12 11s are 132. So how many sweets does Carl get? Carl would get 48. Okay, and then we go back again. This is about 3 questions in one, really. If Bob gets 60 sweets, so we know this is 60. Again, what's the multiplier? How do I get from 5 to 60? We times by 12. So we times all of them by 12. 24, 48, 132. We just jumped by 12 last time, didn't we? So it's a similar situation. How many does Carl get? Carl gets 48 again. Almost the same question, but in a different way, presented in a different way.